What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, Nismo Diecast. Thank you guys for tuning in today. Shout out to all of our returning viewers and subscribers. Thank you. And welcome to any first-time viewers or new subscribers to the channel. Welcome. Today, we are set up with Skyline Saturday, as the title has already given away. So we have a 118 AutoArt box here in front of us. I'll give you guys a quick look. Boom. Nismo R34 GTR Z-Tune in Z-Tune Silver. Yes. So let's not waste any more time. Let's get this out of the package. Take a closer look. Boom. So for those out there who don't know, this is a Skyline R34 Nismo Z-Tune. So the Skyline was discontinued in, I think, 99 or 2000. The last model rolled off the assembly line. Nismo wanted to do a special edition project to commemorate the R34. At the time, the R35 had not been announced, had not been designed or anything like that. So to Nissan and to Nismo, this was the end of the Skyline name. What they did, and I've seen two different numbers. I've seen 19 and I've seen 20. From my research, 19 Z-Tunes were built by Nismo. And what Nismo did was they went out and searched for 19 cars that were already in ownership, and they purchased those 19, and what they wanted to do was build like a commemorative type race car, but still in a street form. So they sought out 19 cars. The requirements for the 19 were no rust, never been wrecked, everything in good condition, and under 30,000 kilometers. Once they got their 19, they brought them back to Nismo. They completely tore the cars down all the way to the bare chassis, bare body. All of them, except for one, were painted in this Nismo Z-Tune Silver. There was one customer who convinced Nismo to do his in Midnight Purple. So, in production from Nismo, 18 Z-Tune Silver, one Midnight Purple. Then there was one Z-Tune owner who brought his car back to Omari Factory for a refresh. And on the refresh, he was able to convince Nismo to paint the car Midnight Purple 3. So in existence, there's 17 Z-Tune Silvers, one Midnight Purple that was made from Nismo in the beginning, and then a second Midnight Purple that was done when it was brought back for a refresh. Z-Tunes were like the ultimate Skyline. So the car in real life had carbon fiber front fenders, carbon fiber bonnet, and carbon fiber front lip, as well as carbon fiber reinforced strut towers, transmission and drivetrain tunnel. There's carbon fiber reinforcement inside of the wheel well. So they just went all out. This also has like a differential cooler underneath as well, which we'll take a look at more closely here in a minute. right off the bat, that Z-Tune silver is amazing. It just absolutely pops. The second thing that really catches my eye on the exterior of this car is the black Nismo LMGT4s. These are sick. From the concave of the face and the width of the spoke, I would guess that this is an 18-inch model. You can see your Brembo calipers back here behind the LMGT4s. So on Z-Tunes, obviously R35s weren't made yet. So they did a brake upgrade with Brembos, larger calipers, larger rotors. But on CRS models, which is the Midnight Purple that we looked at before this one, those came with R35 brake upgrades. Z-Tune over fender here. You get your Z-Tune rear skirt, Z-Tune side skirt. The over fender is here to make sure that the wheel, which is a wider wheel and tire combo, is flush with the body, as is required in Japan for inspection. We'll move over here to the door. We've got very, very great keyhole and door handle detail there. Amazing. You do get the smoked side marker here on the front fender with your GT badge, Z-Tune fenders with the venting there. So this would have holes drilled inside the engine bay, inside the fender, which would allow hot air to escape from the engine bay out of this little venting here on the front fender. Move around to the front. So we've got beautiful black housing headlights. You've got all three housings that you can see differentiated: high beam, low beam, corner marker. Turn signal is smoked down here on the front bumper. Again, Z-Tune front bumper, so this has wider slots for cooling. And then you've also got slots down here for brake cooling. Again, here's that beautiful dry carbon front lip on this one. Z-Tune front license plate. You can see the Nismo print, so here's the O and then the N is over here. Technically, this Nismo print should be more centered in the intercooler. It's a little bit far up. It's also a little bit disappointing that they put this license plate on because it blocks that. I could do without the license plate, to be honest with you. Beautiful GTR badge here in the front grille. And they've got a really nice mesh grille here as well on the front. So really, really sick. You've got that vented Z-Tune hood, again, for heat to escape. Windshield washer nozzles look pretty decent, and windshield wiper detail looks really amazing. So they actually lift up, so that's really cool. There's a shot of those larger upgraded rotors and calipers here in the front wheel. Again, that beautiful Nismo LMGT4. Another thing with the AutoArt is they did add tire branding on the tires. There are some 1/18 scales that don't come with any type of branding or original tires. So these are going to be Bridgestone Potenzas. Really, really nice touch. Move around to the rear. Beautiful Nismo tails. Turn signal here in the middle. Nismo Z-Tune badge there. GTR badge, keyhole detail, Nissan badge, third brake light. You do get the carbon fiber Nismo upper on the rear spoiler there. Great windshield wiper detail on the rear. Defroster lines look great. You can see in that interior as well. You can also see the shifter through there. So really, really nice. Take a look at the rear some more. You get your rear fog light, your rear reverse light, Z-Tune license plate. Again, here's that Z-Tune rear bumper. Z-Tunes did not come with the rear under diffuser. They do have the transmission fluid cooler and the differential cooler back here. That rear diffuser would not fit with those on there. Beautiful Nismo exhaust, great depth, great detail, excellent. Very, very nice. So while we're at the rear, we'll go ahead and open up this rear trunk. Boom. So you get a nice carpeted rear trunk in there. You can see all of the fabric. Really, really nice touch. You got your hinges and your struts to keep the rear trunk open. So they gave us this really nice key to open up all of our opening parts: doors, hood, trunk. So we'll move around to this side. We'll go ahead and open up the passenger side door. Interior detail is amazing. So you've got your Nismo branded floor mat down here. Nismo Z-Tune seats. Beautiful center console here with lots and lots of detail. You got your heads-up display, vents for air conditioning, vent here, your radio and all the controls and everything there. Shifter, shift boot with the shift knob, e-brake boot, and then you can see the gauge cluster over here as well as that Z-Tune steering wheel. Beautiful. And you can also see the seatbelt buckle down in here. Here's our seatbelt. It is fabric, and there is like a little seatbelt clip right there that moves up and down. Really, really, really nice. We'll go ahead and take a look at the driver's side first, and then we'll go ahead and look at the engine. So there's our driver's side interior. Great detail. You can see all of your window switches here on the driver's side door. Door handle detail looks amazing. Pedal detail looks incredible. Nismo branding again here on the driver's side floor mat. Again, air conditioning vents there. Steering wheel detail is amazing. Your suede inserts here on the side. Nissan branding there in the middle. Better shot of that shift knob and shift boot, and then also that center console detail as well. Blinker lever there. They've even got like the little coin area or whatever little tray that you would have down in here. And then there's a really good shot of that Nismo gauge cluster. So really sick. You can see GTR printed there on the heads-up display. Take a look at those seats. So again, beautiful seats. We will do a comparison video with this and the CRS so you guys can see the differences between not only the Z-Tune and the CRS, but also AutoArt versus Motor Helix. Seatbelt buckle down in there, armrest detail. There's a good shot of that seatbelt as well right there. So excellent detail. Go ahead and take a look underneath. We do get the carbon fiber front under splitter on this one. You do have beautiful Nismo suspension down under here, so your control arms. You've got your steering rack there. You've got your transmission coming out again into that transfer case. Transfer case sends the power via drive shaft back up to the front differential, which will split the power and send it to the front wheels. Exhaust detail on this one looks excellent. Your downpipes come out into your exhaust, cat, H-pipe, and then back into your resonator and all the way into one, and then back into your Nismo muffler. Here's a really good shot of that transmission and differential cooler back here with your lines and AN fittings. Underneath detail on this is actually pretty amazing. So again, on the Z-Tunes, the tunnel here would have been cut out from metal and would have been reinforced and replaced with carbon fiber, as well as up in here, all inside of the fender well, in the chassis and whatnot, and then on the rear as well. So these were all upgraded things that they did on the Z-Tune just to make it extra special. Let's go ahead and take a look at the engine. Z-Tunes did not have the carbon fiber intake piping. This was silver on Z-Tunes. CRS's did get an option for carbon fiber intake piping, Nismo piping, and Nismo intake box. However, the Z-Tune hood is carbon fiber. Let's see if we can get a shot of that. And then you also did get the carbon fiber intake box for the cool air inlet. So again, this piece, when the hood closes, sits down behind here, takes cool air in from the front of the car, feeds it through this box right here into the intake box. This intake box leads into the turbos, and then these are going to be intercooler piping out of the turbos, back here, down through into the intercooler, out of the intercooler, and then back out this side up into the intake manifold. You do get Nismo couplers on here, which is really sick. Here's your carbon fiber reinforced strut towers. Great detail of all the components for brakes, anti-lock brakes, clutch master cylinder, brake master cylinder, reservoir, all of that. Z-Tune strut bar here. Your RB26 badge there with your Z2 here on the spark plug cover. Oil cap detail looks great. Radiator cap detail looks amazing. Your Nismo Z-Tune badge down here, which would have your VIN and serial number. a little line here going to the reservoir overflow. You got your reservoirs sitting over here, fuse box. Here's another shot of that carbon fiber reinforced strut tower. So man, they absolutely nailed this. And with the hood open and some light coming in, you can see the horns here and here behind that grill. So that's really, really nice. Great, great touch. Man, sheesh. Super happy, super excited to lock this one. Go ahead and put our hood prop back in place and we'll get that closed. Guys, let me know down in the comments what you thought about the AutoArt Z-Tune that we showed today. Did you know about Z-Tunes? If I missed anything or I got any information wrong, feel free to correct me in the comments. I'm not an expert. I don't know everything, but I go off of memory. And from my memory, at least from studying these and being into R34s, that's what I remember most about this car. But definitely drop a comment down below. Let me know what you thought about it. If you haven't already, please don't forget, smash that like button. We appreciate you guys tuning in. And we will catch you very soon on the next one. One love.